Good evening, friends. So, today's topic in this series is Holy Roman Empire. When we will study about world history, this term will come frequently. So, let us know briefly what was Holy Roman Empire. Okay. In our previous lecture, we have seen that in 4th century AD, these Germanic tribes who were residing on the frontier areas of Western Roman Empire, they started frequent invasions. The arrangements regarding trade and military recruitment and settlement between these tribes, Germanic tribes and Roman Empire broke down, and after that there were large invasions by Germanic peoples. So different people like Angles, Saxons, Franks, Goths, Visigoths, Ostrogoths, Huns, Vandals, they attacked on different places as you can see in this figure, and this led to the decline of the Western Roman Empire. Although Rome was nominal capital of both Western Roman Empire and Roman Empire until 476 AD, but when one Germanic barbarian called Odoacer, when he captured the capital of Western Roman Empire called Ravenna, he deposed the Western Roman Empire king Romulus, and he sent imperial insignia of Western Roman Empire to Constantinople, that was capital of Eastern Roman Empire. After this incident, this Eastern Roman emperor of that time, Geno, his name was Geno, he formally abolished this Western Roman Empire in 480 AD. So this marks the end of Western Roman Empire. What happened after that? This fall of Western Roman Empire was in 476 AD. Formally, it was abolished in 480 AD. These tribes they established their own kingdoms. Like Franks, they established France, and they claimed some continuity with the Roman Empire. Okay, so after this fall of Western Roman Empire in 480 AD, after 300 years, on 25th December 800 AD, Pope Leo III of Roman Catholic Church, he crowned the Frankish king Charlemagne as the emperor. So Charlemagne became the emperor of again in Western Europe, and in 962 Otto I, king of Germany, was crowned as emperor. So after that, the kings of Germany they remained as emperor of this empire for over 8 centuries till 1806 AD. So what was this Roman Empire or Holy Roman Empire? It was a multi-ethnic territories in Western and Central Europe. How? You can see. There is one more thing. Some people refer the coronation of Charlemagne as the starting of Holy Roman Empire, but there are others people who refer the coronation of Otto I in 962 as the starting of or beginning of Holy Roman Empire. So you can see these are the territories in different times. 1034 AD, this is territory. 1113 AD, this is the territory. 154 AD, 48 AD, this is territory. 1648 AD, this is the territory. In 1740 AD, this is the territory of Holy Roman Empire. 1806, this is the territory. So this includes modern day Germany, then this modern day Czechoslovakia, Austria, Italy, Switzerland, Western France, and this Belgium, all these parts were included at different times in this Holy Roman Empire. So, this largest territory of empire after 962, after coronation of Otto I, German king, were Kingdom of Germany. Kingdom of Germany. Kingdom of Germany was the largest territory. Then there was Kingdom of Bohemia. Bohemia. This is modern day Czechoslovakia. Okay. Then there was Kingdom of Italy and Kingdom of Burgundy. Burgundy is southwestern part of modern day France. These four were the major major territories, and there were other numerous territories also. But at the end of 15th century, there were three major blocks: Italy, Germany, and Burgundy. These were three major blocks in Holy Roman Empire. After that, Burgundian territories were lost to France, and Italian territories. They were formally part of empire, but they splintered into numerous de facto independent territorial entities. So this Holy Roman Empire, this was neither a centralized state nor a nation state. Rather, it was divided into dozens or like hundreds of individual entities governed by kings, dukes, counts, bishops, abbots, and other rulers. Collectively, they were known as princes. There were some areas directly ruled by the emperor, but at no time emperor could simply issue decrees or order or govern autonomously over the empire. His power was severely restricted by these various local leaders like kings, dukes, counts, bishops, abbots. Okay. So, in theory and diplomacy, this Holy Roman Emperor were considered primus inter pares. What it mean? They were first among equals. There were other monarchs also in Europe at that time. So this Holy Roman Emperor, he was first among them. Okay. So this Holy Roman Empire was considered by the Roman Catholic Church situated in Rome to be the only legal successor of the Roman Empire. Okay. So, since Charlemagne was coronated, its name was only Roman Empire. It was not Holy Roman Empire. Holy word was added in 1157 when Frederick I Barbarossa was coronated as Holy Roman Emperor. Why he added this holy term? Because he wanted to dominate the Italy and that church organization there. It reflects Frederick's ambition to dominate Italy and the papacy. So from 1254 AD onwards, there are mentions of Holy Roman Empire. This name, Holy Roman Empire. Before that, it was only Roman Empire. Then, when in early 16th century, when these territories of South, like Burgundy and territories of Italy, territories in West, they were lost. Then one meeting of Diet. Diet was called in a Diet was called in city of Cologne. Cologne is a city in modern day Germany. Here meeting of Diet was called and its name was changed from Holy Roman Empire to Holy Roman Empire of the German nation. There were two reasons for for adopting this new name because the empire had lost most of its territories in Italy and Burgundy to the south, and second reason was to emphasize the new importance of the German imperial estates in ruling the empire. Okay. Then in 1806, 6th August 1806, Emperor Francis II, he was then that time Holy Roman Emperor, he dissolved this. So what happened at that time? Napoleon declared himself as Emperor of France and he defeated this Francis II in War of Austerlitz. Austerlitz. Then there was a Treaty of Pressburg. According to that treaty, Napoleon reorganized much of this parts of this empire as Confederation of the Rhine. Confederation of Rhine. Okay. So most of the part was lost. That this Confederation of Rhine actually was treated as a French satellite area. So that time this King Francis II, who belongs to the House of Habsburg, House of Habsburg. He was the emperor of Austria and king of Hungary. He, however, survived after that defeat and he abdicated the title of Holy Roman Emperor and he dissolved it in August 1806 after this thing. What happened after that? This when Napoleonic Wars ended in 1815 AD, this Confederation of Rhine was reconstituted as German Confederation. German Confederation. Okay. And this German Confederation it lasted until 1866 AD when Prussia, state Prussia founded the North German Confederation. So initially it was Holy Roman Empire. Holy Roman Empire then major parts of its reconstituted or reorganized as Confederation of Rhine by Napoleon. Then it became after Napoleon's war ended in 1815 it became German Confederation. It lasted till 1866. Then in 1866 Prussia under the leadership of Prussia it became North German Confederation. And after that, when Germany was united in 1871 by Otto von Bismarck, it became German Empire, and after that, modern day Germany. Okay, so this is what happened. So, when you study about Nazi rule in Germany, you will always come across a term Third Reich. So, why they call it Third Reich, that Nazi rule? Because the German nationalist and Nazi propaganda they identify this Holy Roman Empire as the First Reich because it was dominated by German kings. Then they considered that German Empire, which was founded in 1871, they called it as Second Reich. Okay. And when this Nazi rule started in 1932-33, that was called Third Reich. Okay. Third Reich. So this is all about Holy Roman Empire. We will continue with new topic. Take care. Bye.